Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Repo.
But we couldn't shoot that down. But once it got over the ocean, we could shoot it down. We're afraid. Vacant farmland, crops growing in them, whatever. We can't shoot it down? Oh, yes, we could have. So let's shoot it down in the ocean where it's not recoverable. We can only get certain parts of it because maybe we don't want that Chinese intelligence they were collecting.
I think some fishy stuff is going on. But one thing I do like is that Trump coming in office, he wants peace over in Europe. He wants peace with Russia and Ukraine, with Israel and Palestine. He wants peace over there. And people have a problem with that. I don't get it, man. Seems like people just are warmongers and they want blood for some reason. They want, who's going to win the war? They keep asking. He's like, what about peace? What about stopping all this?
Yeah. Well, like the dummy that's in the White House right now. What did he just give him? Another $1 billion the other day?
50 billion.
After he had just given him 700 and something a couple days prior.
This is crazy, man. It seems like it's never going to end. And he's trying to drain our resources.
Yep. Now, the war in Ukraine, I think it's a bad thing. Man, there's people dying all over the place. Both sides. But should we be pumping that kind of money into their fight without, these other countries need to come together and we all need to share this equally somehow. Some of the stuff is grants, some's loans where they got to pay that money back whenever. We're going broke at the expense of other countries and our current administration. This country is being broken. Now, I worked in unions for over 20 years, and they were Democratic strongholds. And I laugh because I can't think of the number of times that I went to a general meeting for the district, and you'd hear that president get up there to the membership. This son of a... We pumped so much money into his campaign and let son of a bitch never follow through and give us those jobs and those things that he was promising. It's not just once. It's over and over and over. And then you'd hear him like, we're not going to fucking support them bastards anymore. And yet you go ahead and support, and you want the membership to give you like 1 point whatever % of their gross wages weekly for the Political Action Committee. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you that money because I can't even vote for the guys that you want in office because I live in a different state. So, sorry.
Look at Kamala had over $1 billion and blew it all. So what do you think she would do with our budget? What do you think she would do? She doesn't seem like she's too good at managing money.
No. But, I'm just talking to my old lady, and I'm like, well, what was her net worth when she came into office? And what's her net worth now? And that goes hand in hand with right on across the board for all of them. How do you make a salary of 100, call it 200,000, okay? Even if it's 100, call it 2. Because we'll put the perk benefits in there, the car, the house, the food, whatever. We're going to throw it and just call it 200,000. If you make it 200,000 a year, I know you're living in a house that's costing you 5, 6, 7,000 a month. So how do you wind up with bank accounts that have multiple millions of dollars in them? After being, let's say, a state representative for 10 years or something, a senator, how do you come up if you're making 180 to, walking out the door with $40 million, but nobody gave you any insider information? Look at Biden, Pelosi, and Schumer prior to COVID. their investments. They all invested into Pfizer and Moderna when COVID hit. You invested into these big pharmaceuticals. Why? Because you had insider information probably, and you knew they were going to just, shut it down. If you don't take our poke, we're not going to let you go out to the sandbox and play, kid. You must take the poke. Take poke number 2, take poke 3, 4.
I got that answer for you. Kamala was worth $300,000 before she got in office in 2018. Now she's worth $8 million.
Yep.
How did
you? Because they're all dirty politicians. The only thing. Hey, Trump didn't take a salary, man. He took no salary. You're trying to bankrupt him before he becomes your president again, number 47 now. You're trying to bankrupt this man. Well, there's been people who have tried to bankrupt him throughout his entire life and his father before him, and it hasn't worked. The Democrats out there screaming and crying in the street, the little I'm shaving my head, I'm leaving the country. I listened to Lord, I can't think who it was on Fox News, the one guy, and he said, I will hire a private plane to fly every single celebrity out one at a time if you leave and never come back. But if you come back, you must pay me 10 times what I paid to get you out of this country. And I'll pay. But if you ever come back, you have to give me back 10 times my money.
You seen Ellen DeGeneres left? Ellen DeGenerate.
Yeah. Yeah. And Whoopi, who I forget what they say she makes per episode. But
she's broke.
She's broke. She can't feed all of her grandkids and her kids. And wait a minute. If you're getting several $1 million a year, I mean, what do you feed them? Grass-fed filet mignon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Like the whole line? You're still not broke.
It's crazy, man.
It is crazy. She's
screwed. We're all fucking screwed.
Oh, man. But, this country's going to come back. I personally hope, and I said it to somebody the other day, it's sad that Trump can only do 4. We need him in there for 8. But my thoughts are, I would love to see at his 4, Vance wind up becoming our next president after him, and DeSantis becoming the vice president. And when Vance is done, DeSantis becoming our president. And it's a possibility. It's a good possibility, I think.
There's always Donald Trump Jr., right? Or Trump Jr., whatever it is.
Yeah. But these, that one New York DA, they're not going to drop it. They're going to pursue it. And, and let me, hey, Bill, you know what? If I ever get in office, let me tell you something, man. I'll give you a pardon and back to like when you were 2. And for giggles, man, since we're friends, whatever year that is, I'll write it so it's 10 years in the future too, just in case you want to somewhere along the line.
You want, it's in the future.
Knock 30 people down at the bus station. He's pardoned and still inspired. Yeah, yeah, he's good. Let him go.
Listen, this dude pardoned his son, and he got caught with a gun, drugs, all kinds of shit, and nothing. He's like, he's sitting pretty right now.
You look at the pictures of Hunter Biden's face, like just that shitty smirk, like screw you. You can't touch me. I'm the untouchable. No, that was a TV show. Somebody will get you. Somebody will get you with your dirty. Because he's not one that can give it up, you know. And his net worth went through the roof. You know, we know he had an office over there in near Zelensky in Ukraine.
Yeah, something to do with Ukraine, yeah.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with Ukraine. That was a different laptop. And this one, you know, we didn't let Cheney get their hands near. But that type of arrogant bastard criminal doesn't stop. They don't quit. So what Daddy pardoned him for, you know, hopefully he only gives it like maybe a year till he gets back in his game. You know, Donald Trump unleashes, you know, whatever that thing was, Fist of Fury on him. You know, Saturday Kung Fu Theater.
I heard that he could still get charged through the state.
Yep.
And
so that's
his
you
dad
know,
can't touch him. His dad can't pardon him,
man. No.
Yeah, I think they need to go, man. It needs to be done. They need to get out of office, move aside. There's new sheriff in town. It's just getting out of control, man.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, we're gonna do shows in the future, man. We're gonna do a bunch in the future. We got a lot of stuff in the works. Yeah. People will see what's going on soon. You want to shout out your YouTube channel?
Repo Rod on YouTube.
Go check them out. Appreciate you, man.
You know, like even if you don't like it, still.
Yeah, if you don't like it,
yeah. I'll talk with you soon. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Sammy, you're a fucking rat.
You're a rat piece of shit. You'll always be a rat piece of shit. Even after you die, I'll be here. Spit on your grave.
Yep.
Have a great day, man. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like the show, too bad, start your own podcast. Peace.